Why is it that some people command respect the moment they enter a room? They don't have to raise their voice. They don't demand attention. They don't constantly remind others of their achievements. Yet somehow, people listen when they speak. People take them seriously. And people naturally respect them. Most believe that respect comes from status, money, power, titles. But if that were true, every wealthy person would be respected, and every successful person would be admired. Reality tells a different story. Some people possess something far more powerful: a presence, a quiet confidence that communicates strength without saying a word. The truth is that respect is rarely demanded. It is rarely negotiated. And it is almost never achieved through force. Instead, respect is earned through a series of subtle psychological signals that most people never notice. Signals that communicate competence, control, confidence, and self-respect. Today, we will explore why some people command respect instantly. And by the end of this video, you may discover that the habits earning respect are very different from what most people have been taught. The first principle is calmness. Because nothing earns respect faster than emotional control. Most people become emotional when they are challenged. They become defensive. They become reactive. They become desperate to prove themselves. But highly respected individuals behave differently. When pressure increases, they become calmer. When others become emotional, they remain composed. And this immediately changes how people perceive them. Why? Because emotional control signals strength. It suggests that a person is not controlled by circumstances. It suggests discipline. And discipline is one of the foundations of respect. Think about the people you admire most. They are rarely the loudest, rarely the most dramatic, rarely the most reactive. Instead, they project stability. And stability creates trust. People naturally respect those who appear capable of remaining calm when others cannot. The second principle is certainty. One of the fastest ways to lose respect is to constantly seek approval. Many people develop the habit of asking for permission without realizing it. They soften every opinion. They over-explain every decision. And they constantly look for signs that others agree with them. Respected individuals behave differently. They are willing to listen. They are willing to learn. But they are not dependent on approval. When they make a decision, they stand behind it. Even when not everyone agrees. This creates an impression of confidence. Not because they are always right, but because they trust their own judgment. People naturally respect those who appear certain of who they are. This does not mean becoming arrogant. Arrogance is often insecurity disguised as confidence. True confidence is much quieter. It does not need to dominate conversations. It does not need to prove superiority. It simply remains steady. And that steadiness becomes visible to everyone around them. The third principle is speaking less and saying more. Many people assume that respect comes from talking. In reality, respect often comes from restraint. The most respected people are rarely in a hurry to fill every silence. They do not speak simply to be heard. They speak when they have something worth saying. As a result, their words carry more weight. Think about a meeting where one person talks constantly, while another speaks only a few times. Often, it is the second person who commands more attention, because scarcity creates value. When words become rare, people listen more carefully. When every sentence has purpose, people pay attention. This is why powerful individuals often appear more reserved than the average person. They understand that communication is not about volume, it is about impact. And impact rarely comes from speaking the most. The fourth principle is body language. Long before people hear you speak, They form an impression of you. In many cases, that impression is created within seconds. The way you walk, the way you stand, the way you hold eye contact. All of these signals communicate information. Most people underestimate how much their body language influences the respect they receive. When someone constantly looks down, avoids eye contact, or appears nervous, others often assume uncertainty. Whether that assumption is fair or not is irrelevant, because perception shapes reality. Respected individuals understand this. They do not try to appear intimidating. They do not attempt to dominate every room. Instead, they appear comfortable in their own skin. Their movements are deliberate. Their posture is relaxed. Their eye contact is calm. They do not rush. And because they do not rush, others assume they are in control. Confidence is often communicated long before it is spoken. The fifth principle is presence. Presence is difficult to define, yet almost everyone has experienced it. You meet someone who enters a room and immediately captures attention. Not because they are loud, not because they are dramatic, but because they seem fully present. Most people spend their lives divided. Part of their attention is on their phone. Part of it is on their worries. Part of it is on what other people think of them. As a result, they never fully engage with the moment. Highly respected people often do the opposite. When they listen, they listen. When they speak, they speak. When they focus, they focus. This creates a powerful effect. People feel acknowledged, people feel heard, and people naturally respect those who make them feel important. Presence is not charisma. Presence is attention, and attention has become increasingly rare in the modern world. That rarity makes it valuable. And valuable qualities naturally attract respect. The sixth principle is boundaries. Many people believe that being respected requires being liked. As a result, they spend their lives trying to please everyone around them. They avoid conflict. They struggle to say no. And they constantly sacrifice their own priorities in order to satisfy others. At first, this may seem admirable, but over time, it often produces the opposite effect. People begin to take them for granted. Because respect and approval are not the same thing. Highly respected individuals understand that every meaningful life requires boundaries. They understand that every yes is also a no. When you say yes to everything, you eventually say no to yourself. This is why respected people are comfortable disappointing others when necessary. They do not seek conflict, but they do not fear it either. When something violates their values, they speak up. When a request is unreasonable, they decline. When a relationship becomes unhealthy, they create distance. Not because they are selfish, but because they understand something important. People tend to respect those who respect themselves. The seventh principle is reliability. This may be the most underrated source of respect in the modern world. Many people make promises. Few people consistently keep them. Anyone can talk about discipline. Anyone can talk about ambition. Anyone can talk about success. But respect is built through evidence, through actions repeated over time. The person who arrives when they say they will arrive. The person who delivers what they promised. The person who remains consistent when others become unreliable. These are the people who earn trust. And trust is one of the foundations of respect. Because when people know they can depend on you, they begin to value your presence. Your words carry more weight. Your decisions carry more influence. And your reputation begins working for you long before you enter the room. Real respect is rarely created through grand gestures. It is built quietly through consistency. The eighth principle is competence. Many people spend years trying to appear important. Few spend those same years becoming valuable. This is one of the reasons respect can feel so difficult to earn, because respect cannot be manufactured forever. Eventually, reality catches up. The people who command the most respect are often the people who consistently demonstrate competence. They know their craft, they know their responsibilities, and they know how to solve problems when others become overwhelmed. Competence creates confidence, not the loud kind, not the arrogant kind, but the quiet confidence that comes from preparation. When a person has spent years improving their skills, they no longer need to convince others of their value. Their actions do it for them. This is why expertise often commands respect without effort. People naturally trust those who repeatedly demonstrate capability. The ninth principle is self-control. Perhaps no quality is more closely connected to respect. Most people are controlled by their emotions, their impulses, their frustrations, their desires. They react immediately. They speak without thinking. They allow temporary feelings to influence permanent decisions. Highly respected individuals develop a different habit. They pause, they think, and only then do they act. This creates a powerful impression, because self-control communicates strength. It demonstrates that a person is capable of leading themselves before attempting to lead others. And that distinction matters. Anyone can remain calm when life is easy. Anyone can appear confident when circumstances are favorable. But true character reveals itself under pressure, when challenges arise, when criticism appears, when things do not go according to plan. The people who maintain their composure during these moments earn respect naturally, not because they demand it, but because they demonstrate qualities that others admire. Most people spend their lives chasing respect, yet the harder they chase it, the further it seems to move away. Because respect was never designed to be pursued directly. It is a byproduct, a result of character, a result of discipline, a result of competence and self-control. The people who command respect instantly rarely wake up thinking about respect. Instead, they focus on becoming the kind of person worthy of it. They develop emotional control. They establish boundaries. They become reliable. They improve their skills. And they learn to speak with purpose rather than volume. Over time, these habits begin to shape how the world responds to them. People listen more carefully. People trust them more easily. People value their opinions more highly, not because they demanded respect, but because they earned it. And perhaps that is the most important lesson of all. Respect cannot be forced, it cannot be borrowed, and it cannot be faked forever. But it can be built, one decision at a time, one habit at a time, one disciplined action at a time. The next time you encounter someone who seems to command respect effortlessly, look more closely. You may discover that what appears effortless is actually the result of years of quiet discipline, years of self-control, years of consistency. And that means the same qualities are available to anyone willing to develop them, including you.